Hello and welcome to Active Bryant Fitness Systems. And this video is all about Bryan Johnson. Now, he's been on another podcast, which is Meet the Man Who Spent 2 million to look 18 again. Now, he doesn't look 18 again. He's lost weight. If you see pictures of him before and after, he's lost weight. If you lose weight, you look younger, especially if you go to the weight that you should be at. So I should be 11 stone, but I'm 15 stone. I don't want to be 11 stone because I like having high amounts of muscle mass on my body. Okay. So then he spoke again about where he is taking 100 supplements. That's a complete lie. It's 13 individual supplements, but 100 altogether. Does that make sense? So 13 individual, like creatine, BCAAs and other stuff that he's taking. You can see a list of it in one of his videos, so I counted them all up. That's how I know it's 13. So lying about that to try and get everybody, oh wow, he's taking 100 supplements, we need to watch his videos. Does that make sense? He's having all these laser treatments and all these skin treatments, but as he had Botox, we don't know that. Does that make sense? So a lot of people will do adrenochrome as well, in which to slow down the aging process, which apparently is the baby's placenta or something that they take. I'm not 100% sure about this, but what I wanted to say is that he's talking about getting to sleep on time. Paul Chek was talking about that over 23 years ago. Eating for what your body needs, like he's eating a vegan diet, so I believe he's more of a carbohydrate type than what he is a protein type. So he's eating small amounts of protein. Yeah, they're saying that intermittent fasting or restrictive eating keeps you looking younger. There's scientific reasons for that as well, but I do fasting, which Paul Chek was talking about over 23 years ago. And this is what annoys me about a lot of these scientists. Even Herberman is talking about stuff that Paul was talking about 23 years ago. And you can read his book. If you read Paul's book, look at when it was published, you'll see all the stuff that they're talking about is already in Paul's book. Does that make sense? So he was massively ahead of the curve, in my opinion. Now, I do like the scientific stuff, but it's really easy to get bogged down in science. Does that make sense? I was reading a post by a doctor, Trust Me, I'm a Doctor, a BBC programme, where he was saying you shouldn't stretch before exercise, you just need to warm the body up. And the study they done was in 1 day to check flexibility after stretching. Now, if you're a trainer or coach like myself, you would know that it's weeks of stretching where the hamstrings or the quads or the pectoral improves. And physios would not give you stretches unless they work in which to get you out of pain, as well as exercises to strengthen the muscle that's weak. Does that make sense? So even that doctor that put this on the BBC national TV, and then the doctor spoke about, or they've done another programme on the BBC where 1 minute, if you take too many supplements, you have expensive wee. And then another month they said about, if you up your DHEA and your fish oils, they found with a scientific study of only 10 people, which is not enough, that this can stop heart attacks, stop strokes and other ailments that people get as they get older just through taking fish oils on a regular basis. But they didn't talk about coconut oil and different fats. I can remember my personal story going to the doctor and the doctor saying to me, Mr. Bryant, you've got really high cholesterol, so you need to take some cholesterol lowering drugs. But I'd already read the book, Cholesterol the Myth, and it is a big myth. It's all about getting you on a drug that only improves you by 1%. Why would you take something that's going to inflame your body and put you through pain, and it's only going to benefit you by 1%? What an absolute joke. Does that make sense? So with his post, he was talking about non-addiction. Now, what I've seen over the years is some clients I work with, they get addicted to data. Instead of just training and eating well and seeing how their body improves, they've got to see a paper or a document behind it. Now, I believe that should you really weigh yourself? Well, yes and no. You can use that as a way, right, I'm 16 stone now. In 4 months' time, I want to be 14 stone or 12 stone. Does that make sense? But I believe what Paul Chek said was really good, that you should just go by how your body looks in the mirror. So if you can see the oblique line or you can see your upper abdominals, you've got low body fat. Or Charles Poliquin would say, pinch the back of your arms, and if you can pinch more than your penis skin, your testosterone is too low. Does that make sense as well? So I believe that this Bryan guy is so bogged down in science. Even Joe Rogan is laughing at him, saying he's lost weight, he looks better. Everybody looks better when they lose weight. And then when he said in one of his videos, the same with Herberman, the scientist, they're all taking to testosterone. They're all taking it. He says he's taking it and growth hormone, and Herberman says he's taking to testosterone as well. I don't take anything apart from, carrots, organic food, a bit of chocolate, getting to bed on time, and training hard. Training hard for over 30 years. So this Bryan Johnson guy, is it Bryan Johnson, his name? Yeah, I'm sure it's Bryan Johnson. Bryan Johnson is absolutely mad, in my opinion. One, he's a vegan. I've never found a mentally sane vegan yet. And why would you be a vegan when the body needs branched chain amino acids in which to maintain muscle? And in the science, they're now saying that if you maintain your muscle mass, me at 53, that if you maintain your muscle mass, you can fight off illness, disease, and live a longer life. So if you're taking growth hormone and testosterone, which Bryan Johnson is taking, you're really affecting the body, and it needs more amino acids if you're trying to gain lean muscle tissue. Does that make sense? But if you look at his workout program, it's not about gaining lean muscle tissue. The program is very badly designed, in my opinion. This is what he's doing. I wouldn't give him, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? But he looks lean. He looks okay. But he's not gargantuan, is he? He's not big in size. He's only about 5'4". So he's a really short man as well. He dyes his hair to look younger. So I think that tells me he's high in his ego as well. He's got to pay for all this science. So he must be getting more and more confused, getting paralysis by analysis, which many people get. And many people that come to see me will go, well, what about this, Scott? What about that, Scott? And I go, well, let's stick to the basics. And as you get better, then we can look at other in-depth stuff. I can do in-depth lab testing on clients, tell them how their gut biome is and how to repair it, but that's going to take time. But if they're drinking alcohol and won't stop their addictive behaviour, then it won't change. And this is the other thing with that guy. He used to be addicted to things, but now he's addicted to science, addicted to supplements, and addicted to exercise by training every day. You don't need to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment, please subscribe, please like, and I'll chat to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.